I like an extra large shake, double decker fries, a side of chicken nuggets multiplied by 1,000. Well, I'm a day late on this, but, who hasn't been a day late on something? I know I've been a day late on something. Very much, multiple times. But, yeah, Elements of Justice, new episode. I assume Luna's gonna be the prosecutor. And if she's not, I will probably scream. In the good way. Because I'll be so surprised. And dead. And alive. What? XX. Main-headed courtroom number XX.
Some pony once told me that to secure a guilty verdict, the prosecution must be able to prove beyond a reasonable doubt the means, motive, and causation of the accused. The defense, conversely, needs to show there is doubt for at least one of those things. But some pony else once said that ponies and ideas aren't usually that simple. That what you initially think of them isn't always right. What I've realized is that a defense attorney has to see that both sayings are true in some way.
Interesting.
You need to be able to consider both sides in order to discern the truth.
But, like... imagine a very terrible argument. Murder is okay, guys. You gotta consider both sides. You know what I'm saying? I may have killed a person, but hey, you gotta consider my side as well. It's both truth, but both sides have some sort of truth to it, right? I'm kidding.
If you don't,
angry mares.
then you may end up on the wrong side of the scales.
I expected that to be louder.
Trixie, I presume you are ready to call upon your first witness?
Why did I just, pull up my foot as if I was about to pull up my sock? I'm not wearing socks. Why did I do that? And no, you're not getting feet pics.
Trixie is, Your Honor.
I wonder who it could be. Probably the detective in charge of the investigation, if I had to guess.
Oh, hey, Private Eye, how you doing?
I know a few members of the police already, but I don't think I've ever seen this.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
Witness, why don't you go ahead and tell us who you are?
Of course. My name is Private Eye, detective, and the lead investigator for this case.
I missed you, man.
So we have a prodigy on the defense and a prodigy on the witness stand. Quite the colorful and talented cast we have collected.
Prodigy?
Now, as I understand
what is that
your
word
position
mean?
is a recent one, correct?
That is correct, my lady. How did you know?
Ah, your mentor and I have been acquaintances, if not occasionally friends, for quite some time. He's told me about you ever since he took you under his tutelage. He's quite proud of your skills and thinks that with enough time, you'll become a great detective yourself.
Is that so?
That's sweet.
Well, I must be sure to thank him. And I hope to live up to that praise today in court.
I am more than certain you will, Detective Private Eye.
If this mentor is who I think it is, then no doubt Private Eye will be a formidable witness. Which means I can't afford to let up for even a second. Overall's counting on me. I won't let him down.
Now then, witness. Would you care to explain how only the defendant and the defendant alone could have killed the victim?
Right away, Miss Trixie. Both the defendant, Mr. Concept, and victim, Miss Estella, had the same shift pattern. In fact, on the night in question...
My commentary's dry. I'm just gonna lay it out right now. My commentary's dry. That's it. No, there's no... Yeah.
They were the only ones working that particular shift pattern. Both of them were working together on a new design for an upcoming play, you see. It has been confirmed, through questioning members of Bridalway, that Estella was seen heading outside at 2 minutes past 10 that night. Both
2 minutes?
And Overall was supposed to be on break by 10 o'clock, but Overall continued working until 10:15. Only then did he take a break. Now, with both of them being the only ones
You're about to
taking a
break
break
my
at that
brain
time,
with these times.
well, that speaks for itself.
There you have it, defense. The good detective has confirmed it. Mr. Concept is the only one who could have committed the murder that night.
I heard him just fine, Prosecutor Trixie. That doesn't mean I wholeheartedly accept the idea.
No, Trixie supposes you wouldn't. And Trixie supposes you intend to fight back against it?
Well, that is how the court works.
That is indeed in the job description.
Stubborn. Trixie would be surprised if it wasn't so on brand for defense attorneys to—
Pardon the interruption, Miss Trixie, but are you sure that such behavior is becoming of a practitioner of law?
Huh?
Ditto, huh?
Ditto.
Something my mentor once said that...
I mean, let Trixie be a little bit of a batch of milk. That's what we love about her. But her being, like, absolutely just idiotically rude to, like, every single person she meets. Is, no matter what the situation, how professional it all seems, Trixie's just like, nah. Heck professionalism. I'm gonna insult you no matter what position you're in.
I think applies readily to this moment. The police, the prosecution, the defense, the courtroom, all of us are instruments of the legal system. We work to obey the letter, if not the spirit of the law, both in the ones we fulfill and how we conduct ourselves under them. Wouldn't it be best for you to conduct yourself accordingly?
Nah, I don't really feel like
it. It's not exactly smart for a detective to lecture the prosecution, right?
We have but one life, Miss Trixie. I believe we must always be true to ourselves.
The detective raises a fair point.
Feel that?
Prosecutor Trixie, I would ask that you refrain from taunting as much as possible.
Damn it, man. Oh.
Trixie will take what you have said into consideration and cease taunting the defense. For now.
I like this detective private.
Can we still do the insults, though?
If we're getting back on topic, is this all you wanted the witness to say?
Oh no, Trixie's witness has prepared a whole testimony on the victim's death. One that will ensure there is no room for doubt that the defendant is, in fact, guilty.
I'll still doubt it.
Are you ready?
Certainly,
I'll doubt
Miss Trixie.
anything. I'll doubt the sky exists. I don't know, but for some reason, like the how Estella died text was showing up. I thought I was just about to say howdy, and just that was it. Just howdy.
While on her break, Estella exited the building through the back door and went into the alleyway behind the theater. Once she was outside, the victim was attacked from the front with a blunt instrument, which
it's always blunt.
Nearby.
It's always a blunt.
The weapon
thing.
was a walking stick. It's old but very durable. It was likely used in an old production and was recently thrown away. Our analysis concluded the victim was hit at least 3 or 4 times, forcing her to the ground. She died not from the trauma, but from blood loss.
A very concise testimony, Detective. Well done.
Witness, do you have the autopsy report?
Of course. I have it right here.
Todd estimated between 10:15 and 10:45 p.m. Victim suffered blunt force trauma to a spot on the front of her head, but died from blood loss. Damn. Can't believe Todd showed up at 10:15. Brother, I want him to show up at 9:40. He's late!
What an awful thing. She must have suffered greatly, slowly bleeding to death alone like that.
Indeed. I could never imagine the overwhelming agony she must have been in. I suppose there may be some solace in the fact that she is no longer in pain.
Exclamation point. Whoa, what the
concept? It must be.
You can't just like just have exclamation point and just cut to overall just on the screen like that. Like y'all are tricking me to thinking he's alive right now. Like, what the heck, man?
A unique kind of hurt to hear us talk about Stella this way. I'd better get a...
No, wait. Oh, wait. Shoot, he is alive in this moment. I'm a little bit stupid. Just a little bit. Just a lot of it. Maybe the most stupid person on earth, but
Just to move away from that topic for now. Let's return to the matter at Hoof. I have to ask, on what grounds was the defendant arrested?
Oh, that's easy. We found his hoof prints on the weapon.
I see.
Classic.
I'm assuming there was an arrest report.
But of course, here it is. Overall was caught red-hooved between the back door of the building and the victim at 10:30 p.m. Not literally red-hooved, of course, but he may as well have been. Would you like Trixie to add this to the court record?
I would like to add it to your face.
No.
Forced into the court.
Thank you for that, Prosecutor Trixie. Now then, defense. You may conduct your cross-examination.
Oh, I definitely plan on doing more than just conducting it. I'll pry this testimony apart.
Howdy. Howdy, howdy, howdy.
While on her break, Estella exited the building through the back door and went into the alleyway behind the theater.
Hold it.
I'm assuming it's normal to exit the building via the back door?
Oh, very much so. For those working at the theater, anyway. The same couldn't really be said for a citizen just deciding to enter the theater through the back door.
That goes beyond normal and straight into criminal territory. What about her deciding to head into the alleyway, though? Doesn't that seem odd?
I'm quite certain she simply needed some fresh air. During my investigation,
Golly, I feel like
I've
I
heard
need some
repeated
fresh air.
claims of the director being somewhat hard to work for.
What?
Definitely lines up with what I've heard.
I had a diagram made of the crime scene, if you'd like to see it in detail.
I would. Thank you, Detective.
As you can see, everything we deem
Dumpster.
relevant has been included.
Yes. It's all
Dumpster.
there. They even color-coded certain points of interest.
Like the
Trixie
dumpster.
guesses you'll want this added to the court record.
I would like the dumpster
Just
added
get
to the
on with
court
it.
record, please.
Trixie was being sincere that time.
Allow me to add this diagram of the crime scene for us all.
It's a damn good dumpster.
Detective, please continue with your testimony.
Once she was outside, the victim was attacked from the front with a blunt instrument, which we found nearby.
Hold it! How did you determine the attack came from the front?
The location of the wound tells us such.
So,
It
like,
was
the
on
left
the left
eye?
side of the victim's head, near the cranium.
I knew it
This
was
means
the
the
left.
attacker swung from their right. The impression also has a distinct...
Sung for the... Oh, yeah, I guess. Well, not unless they're left-handed. But then, wait, if they're left-handed, then it would be on the right. Oh, my God. See, you see. See, my brain was just like, you see, it couldn't have been overall, because what if he's left-handed? Oh wait, no, that still makes sense. Oh my God. Oh my God, my brain. Okay, but like, what if overall is left-handed? Because if overall is left-handed, then that kind of proves his innocence a little bit, you know? I'm just saying.
distinctive angle that suggests a sharp and angular attack with the weapon from the front.
Sharp and angular? Could you be a bit more specific?
Ah, like me, I'm
More
pretty
specific.
sharp. I'm the sharpest tool. I'm the sharpest shed in the
Have you
tool
ever
shed.
played hoofball? Forgive me, I don't believe I actually got your name.
It's Sonata. I have a feeling we're going to be seeing each other a lot, Detective.
Whoa,
But to answer your
whoa.
question, no. I
Why-
never
why-
really
why-
was
why-
interested in
why-
going
why
to
did I
big
make that
sports
noise?
games like that. I did enjoy the school choir, though. Listening to them, anyway.
Oh, that's sweet.
It wasn't my preferred sport either.
Actually, I'm actually in
I
the
took a
school choir.
particular liking to fencing. However, I knew a few colts who obsessed over hoofball. back in my school days.
I hate sports.
They had all sorts of names for the types of swings you'd see in a game. One of them
The
was,
chop.
rather fittingly, called the chop.
The chop.
Most professionals wouldn't perform it.
I
The
love that
occasional
name, the
rookie
chop.
would, if they weren't properly trained. The attack, then, I would describe it much like that. A downward angled chop towards the victim.
Witness, you say that this...
it's just kind of like downright. It's pretty simple attack thing. Whenever you think like a person with a stick or like a long weapon is attacking somebody, they're always doing downright. They're always going for the downright, strike them in the left with the top of the cranium, every time. Why not just, hit them in the leg, do it like a horizontal sweep, maybe it was just a straight downward vertical hit, It's always downright. Like, what the heck, man? What the heck? Or down left, actually, because you're striking for the right. I'm very directionally challenged.
Chop is something that rookies would perform. What about first-time murderers?
Now hang on a minute.
Ah, yes. Let Trixie rephrase. Detective, if you were to
It would be the
attack
slice
somebody
instead of a
quickly,
chop.
without much forethought, and if you had such a weapon as described, what would be the easiest way to attack?
The chop.
Probably just as I had described. No pony at all skilled in the art, if you'll pardon the expression, would do it. However, if one was desperate or panicking...
Thank you, witness. You may continue your testimony.
The weapon was a walking stick. It's old but very durable. It was likely used in an old production and was recently thrown away.
Hold it! How did you conclude the stick was the murder weapon?
We found some blood on the stick. When we tested it, it matched the victim's blood. Moreover, the impression left matched that of the stick itself. My team and I also found this stick in the nearby dumpster.
Dumpster!
So it's quite likely that the murderer picked
Dumpster,
it out of it prior to the attack.
We love
Also,
the dumpster.
as Miss Trixie pointed out, we found the defendant's hoof prints on the stick in question.
The stick was found in the dumpster after it had been used?
Presumably.
That seems rather strange.
What do you mean? It seems
Wouldn't it make sense for the murderer to dispose of it more carefully?
More carefully, you mean? Okay. No, I thought so. Now it's just gonna be like, wouldn't the murderer dispose of the weapon? I find it quite weird that you put it in a dumpster. Wouldn't you dispose of it?
I mean,
That was something of a bother at first, but the leading theory is that this crime was not premeditated. It's possible that the defendant and the victim were arguing next to the dumpster, as indicated by the location of the body.
I think it's the dumpster's
Then,
fault. I think the
defendant simply
dumpster's the
grabbed
murderer.
what was available. He attacked, but the shock of what he did, it must have frozen him to the spot, leading, incidentally, to his arrest. The most he could muster was tossing the murder weapon back into the dumpster. Nothing more.
so overall froze up for that long after presumably attacking Estella? What nonsense. But sadly, I don't have anything on Hoof that could suggest otherwise.
It also is quite interesting how there was like a whole court trial thing for overall being accused of killing Estella, when it really seems that before this, back in the other 3 episodes in this case, that they were really harping on the fact that overall had a great relationship with Estella, and they were kind of tight bond and all that kind of jazz. So it's pretty interesting that they're kind of showing the. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I looked at the title of the scene 1. It like Angry Mares, but 21 angry. What do you mean 21? Where does the 21 Angry Mares come from? I mean, I see 2, I got 3, maybe, I guess, but like 21, what?
Trixie can see you turning your gears over and over, Defense. You're trying to make sense of this. Unfortunately for you,
yeah, I'm trying to make sense of the 21 angry mares.
Fit into a logical chain of events.
Your point is noted, Prosecutor Trixie. Detective, please continue your testimony.
Our analysis concluded the victim was hit at least 3 or 4 times, forcing her to the ground. She died not from the trauma, but from blood loss.
Hold it! How long did it take the victim to bleed out before she died?
30 minutes.
Say. That information was beyond the ability of our analysis to acquire. We could only estimate.
I would say
the time
13
of
minutes,
death.
45 seconds,
However,
and 0.01
we do know the
milliseconds.
fact that she bled out shows that she died some amount of time after the disturbance report was made.
A disturbance report? What disturbance report?
Oh, dear. Have you not received a copy, Miss Sonotta?
What the heck?
No, this is my first time hearing of it. What was it about?
Ah, yes. A shining example of Equestria's consideration for one another. Some pony did their civic duty and reported suspicious screaming nearby.
Okay, no, but okay, so let's see though, why did you have to say a shining example of Equestria's consideration for one another? Like, why did you say it like that? Wait, you could have not said that. Like, why did you say that? That seems a little weird to say in this situation. And I keep stuttering. I keep going like I keep repeating the same 3 words over and over again before I can continue my sentence. It's kind of... See, I did it again. I went like... It's annoying me.
If no pony minds, may I take a closer look?
By all means. Prosecutor Trixie, if you would, please.
Very well. If Trixie must. It won't change anything, though.
The report indicates screaming was heard on the night of noise complaint. It was made at 10:12 p.m.
It's pretty definitive, if Trixie does say herself. Trixie appreciates having such a reliable citizen, making her job a little easier.
This might be the chance I need. I'll have to confront it directly, though. Detective I, may I request you append a new comment to your testimony regarding this disturbance report?
You most certainly may, Miss Sonotta. I'll do so right away.
Cool.
This disturbance report from a third party confirms that everything we've established is sound and valid.
Objection!
Yay!
But I'm afraid that is simply not the case.
Trixie fails to see how that simply isn't. How exactly?
Who's being the impatient one now? If Prosecutor
Damn, she's
Trixie
got you
would
there,
wait
Trixie.
a moment, she may learn a thing or two.
What is this? You're rubber and I'm glue?
Miss Trixie,
I don't get it.
there's no need for this hostility. Miss Sonotta hasn't even explained her reasoning.
But being hostile is
Banter,
fun.
detective. Perhaps you should take a course in it?
Banter's
Prosecutor
fun,
Trixie,
you know?
let the defense present her point before you start shooting her down.
Fine. Defense, what are you getting at?
Pay attention, Prosecutor Trixie, and I'll show you. You may admire this anonymous citizen for doing their duty, but I admire them for...
You know, I really don't understand how these guys get these episodes out like so quickly. Like, I understand that they have a whole team and such, but like, damn, these guys get these episodes out quickly. I know it's been like before Case 3 came out, it was like a good like, I think 6-month break. I'm not exactly sure. I don't exactly remember. But then like once that break was over, like it's been like monthly episodes like that's still crazy to me. Like how?
For a different reason.
What? Their penmanship?
No, actually. Their punctuality.
Huh?
Do you remember what time overall was reported to have gone on break?
Ah,
Yeah,
see, the
10:15.
10-12, that seemed weird to me.
What's your...
That's right. 10:15. But this report tells us that this anonymous citizen heard screaming at 10:12 p.m. A
3 minutes
before Overall had even stepped outside.
It's a lot of minutes.
For his break. The contradiction is prima facie, self-evident.
Prima facie.
Unless you're telling
Never heard
me
that
the laws of
before.
physics cease to exist in that particular alleyway, there is no way my client could have committed this murder.
Objection!
Yeah. Oh, okay. On what grounds?
What's with her?
Your Honor, Trixie must apologize to the court.
Oh.
Wait.
Oh, interesting.
You're apologizing?
Don't act surprised. I can be humble when I need to.
Prosecutor Trixie.
This is why I
Yes,
love Trixie.
Of course, Your Honor. You see, Your Honor, that is the wrong disturbance report.
What?
The wrong.
What? You salty chicken nugget spread out through an entire cupcake.
Will you expect the court to buy that?
Don't you start biting at me, Buster. I'm well aware this looks like a sham.
What the heck,
I'm telling
Trixie?
you it's the truth.
Then what am I even holding here?
That's an earlier draft with a transpositional error.
Oh my god,
The number was
Trixie.
written on the report, which of course means the time is incorrect.
That's absurd.
Prosecution. If
I
that's
still
the
love you,
case,
Trixie, but god
where
damn
is
it.
the actual report?
But right here, Your Honor.
It
Oh my
says
god.
that the real time of the report is 10:21 p.m.
Oh
not
my god, they
10:12
switched the
p.m.
1 and the 2. 21 mares! 21! Oh my god, what if it's 12 angry mares, actually?
Exactly, Your Honor. We also know that the defendant went on break at 10:15. This report now tells us that a full 6 minutes would have passed afterwards. And lines
Damn.
everything
Well.
back up, including the time he was arrested. 10:30 p.m.
That's hilarious. That's just funny. That's awesome.
That's awfully convenient. What else are you gonna pull out of that hat of yours?
A bunny?
Only the things I plan on pulling out. Not blunders, not fake pieces of evidence. Some clerk must have handed me the wrong item first before sending me this correct one.
Interesting.
Couldn't you tell that they were completely different?
Could you? Look, they're the same kind of manila envelope.
They literally
Didn't have a
look
chance to
exactly
read it
the
over
same.
Until, well, really, I should thank you for pointing that out.
It's not exactly my job to catch your mistakes.
This is fun
Nor is
banter.
it yours to sit back and rely on the defense.
They're like an old
So
married
now
couple.
You're an expert on how the prosecution should behave? Look, Missy, you just got out of jail not even a year ago. There are
I
legal
love their
techniques
banter
you
so
haven't even
much right
dreamed
now.
of that I could teach you.
All you've taught me so far is that the prosecution may have been huffing too much fireworks smoke today.
That's enough.
No, please keep going. Oh my god. I actually love the whole dynamic between Trixie and Sonata. Oh my god, it's awesome.
Prosecutor Trixie, it is extremely unprofessional for you to have handed this court outdated evidence while you are in possession of an updated one. You as well, defense. Giving into the prosecution's inciting comments is one thing, but supplying your own?
Ah,
equally
come on.
unbecoming.
Come on.
This is a murder trial. A pony's
okay,
life has been
that's
lost
fair.
while another hangs in the balance.
That's
You should both
a
be
fair
more
point,
respectful
actually.
to that fact.
Yeah, maybe I should be a bit more respectful. It's fiction, funny times, right?
Be that as it may, I am inclined to think this is an honest mistake. Therefore, I am willing to overlook it, especially since we now have the updated report in our hoops properly. Nevertheless, Prosecutor Trixie, I will be speaking to you about this slip-up after court is adjourned.
You're in trouble.
Yes, Your Honor. Trixie understands.
Detective, I believe your cross-examination has come to a close. You may leave the witness stand. Thank you for your time.
Bye,
The pleasure has been
detective.
all mine, my lady.
I'll
Good day
miss
to you
you,
all.
Private Eye.
Darn it. I would have preferred that Princess Celestia toss that report out. Guess you can't win them all. But there goes that particular angle. Maybe it was too much, having all my hopes riding on that one thing.
You gotta
I
check
also
to
need
see
learn to
if
keep a cooler
overall is
head.
left-handed.
It won't do to get all agitated like that. I'm liable to miss something important. And I'll definitely need that something, if it means finding a new way to clear my client's name. I just have to find a different opening.
February 21st, 21, 1 p.m., Cloudsdale District Court. Courtroom number 5. What's up with 21? Okay. Whoa! That was a cool... also, Dark Mayor of the Courtroom. Cool. Yo! It's a different... Judge! Yes! 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 I was so afraid Judge wasn't gonna show up at all for this case. He's here! He's here! Oh, I love you, Judge. Yes! All rise for the stand. And I see we got Luna as our prosecutor. Completely fine by me. Okay. So, y'all heard them knocking the door, right? I've been heard. my loud speaking tendencies have been heard and spotted in the middle of the night. Ironically, or not ironically, I don't know the right word for it, Lee, but literally right after I was in my most loud moment of popping off from seeing the judge. I'm quite embarrassed, and frankly, this is very unprofessional of me. I would like to apologize to the court. I guess I'm Trixie now, huh? I am Trixie now. Yes.
Court is now in session for the trial of Rainbow Dash.
How you doing,
Are the prosecution and defense ready?
That human is the judge again?
Of course.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I didn't realize you were still in Equestria.
Miss Sonata? What a pleasure it is to see you again.
Hey.
And you as well, Mr. Wright.
Forgive me for asking, Your Honor, but was I mistaken in...
I also really like how they updated the court here for Cloudsdale. It's nice to give like the third case a little bit of a different vibe when it comes to the courtrooms, because you know we've been having 2 cases with the same feeling, with the same look of the court. You know, it's nice to vary it up a little bit. You know, mix it up a bit.
In thinking another pony would be presiding today?
No. You are quite correct. Another pony intended to act as your judge today. Unfortunately, they were called away at the last minute to preside over another trial.
Oh, okay. So they're gonna have judge for the Cloudsdale trial, and then the other trial with that Apollo and Apollo and the other pony. I forgot. I'm sorry. But Apollo and the other pony. I assume that's Celestia. I'm thinking Celestia's probably going to be the judge for the other trial that's going on.
That's highly irregular, especially for something like this. Surely one of the princesses could substitute for them.
Hi, Luna.
Though since Princess Luna is prosecuting, then that means Princess
Does that mean Luna is prosecuting for both trials, or is she prosecuting for just this one? Which means that we could still have a surprising prosecutor, which I will pop off for.
Celestia is still available. What could call her away? And as for this other trial, no guesses as to which one that is.
Without many others who could preside over such an important case, I was offered the chance to stay here a bit longer. I hope that doesn't disappoint you.
Not at all, Your Honor. I'm happy to see you again. Mr. Wright speaks very highly of your abilities.
Does he now?
Yes, of course, Your Honor. We veterans gotta stick together, you know?
Of course.
It's great to see you again. Did you enjoy watching that race?
Oh, I'm so happy you asked. I've seen many things in my day, but I've never been so surprised at how fast these Pegasi can fly.
They're like airplanes.
The only downside was that, well, I was kind of expecting it to be a little
Fair
bigger.
point, man. Fair point.
Apparently, I missed a real whopper of a race that occurred not long ago.
A whopper of a race. I just love the way this man speaks. Just not like a real hootenanny, real knock your socks off race. No, a real whopper of a race. A real cheeseburger of a race. Can I get a number 9?
What was its name again? The
Pedestrian
600?
Pedestrian.
Anyway, please extend my gratitude to Princess Twilight for the tourist spots she recommended. I've been seeing everything I can from up here.
Don't remind me.
Still, I believe my earlier question needs an answer. Are the prosecution and defense ready to begin?
No, I feel like the comedy's
defense
kind of
is ready,
stepped
Your
up
Honor.
in this episode. Oh,
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
Oh,
okay, Luna.
Princess Luna,
I was in the middle
feeling all
of
right?
speaking there, but okay, Luna.
You appear tense.
Apologies. We did not mean to offend.
Yeah, you know what? You're okay, Luna. You are okay. Again, after that Bonds of Justice episode, I'm perfectly. Hey, I'm backing off. Do what you need to do, Luna.
Recent events' totality of calumnies, indignities, and deceits have weighed most heavily upon my soul. Compounding this is the knowledge of my own involvement in such affairs. I am vexed by the whims of conscience.
Damn.
Calumnies?
I have no idea what half of those words meant.
Did she get harder to understand? Or is that just me?
Amen, brother.
I haven't heard her get that bad in a while.
This trial, however, will allow me to rectify my mistakes. You have my promise as a princess of Equestria. I shall proceed towards the truth beyond
this
even a
music's pretty
millennia
menacing.
of troubled circumstances if
I like
needed. That is my duty as a prosecutor. And that is my only duty today. I am ready to proceed with the trial,
Woo!
Your Honor.
Okay, Luna. Okay.
Athena told me about the last time she talked with Princess Luna. She said they ended on pretty good terms. But you can see how she's looking at us, right?
That expression is one you would only see on the dark side of the moon.
Nice.
You think she just woke up on the wrong side of the bed?
I think it's more than that. But I also suspect she isn't in any mood to offer us help. That's for sure.
No help for you.
Maybe we can help her out. Worth a try, right?
I suppose.
Prosecutor Luna?
What is it?
Would you like a cheeseburger?
I just want you to know that what happened before, it wasn't your fault. You shouldn't blame yourself.
As prosecutor, it is my responsibility to ensure a trial reaches a satisfactory...
Bro, she ain't interested. She ain't interested in what you have to say. She's here to gain. She is here to prosecute, and she is here to... She is seeking to destroy.
...conclusion. I failed in that regard, to an extent that is unjustifiable.
You know what? Maybe
didn't
she
know the
will
truth,
hear
though.
what you have to
None
say.
of us
Never
did,
mind.
until the end.
Hence why the truth will no longer evade me and lie in wait until it bears its fangs.
Woo.
I will find it and strike first.
You know, I think this is my favorite
Princess Luna, I'm
episode
serious.
out of this case so
You
far.
can't take what happened personally. It always ends badly.
Your opinion is duly noted, Blue Phoenix.
Angry as well as defensive, it seems. Not that I blame her. The last trial was trying on every pony involved. I can't imagine what it was like for her afterwards. Going back to Canterlot after everything that happened? The rumors must have been absolutely scandalous. Even a princess would feel their weight. their barbs.
Though it surprises me, Blue Phoenix, that you hold yourself there at the side today, rather than at the forefront of the defense.
Well,
in your place stands Miss Sonata.
Well, she's gotta be the front. She's Sonata.
Tell me, why am I not facing you, Blue Phoenix?
Because you would get destroyed. No, I'm kidding.
There's a reason for that. Don't worry. Actually, well, you see...
My tummy hurts. I didn't want to be the front defense today.
We decided that...
Oh, don't underestimate my capabilities, Princess Luna. You should know my track record speaks for itself.
Okay.
A silent treatment already, huh?
Okay.
Your vocabulary, Prosecutor Luna, reminds me of the archaic garden path sentences I'd seen in some of my earliest judicial days.
Huh?
Nevertheless, I appreciate your commitment to re-evaluating yourself in the name of preserving the law. Mr. Wright's concerns aside, your resolve is commendable. Speaking from experience, a prosecutor who is willing to better themselves is something that should be encouraged.
True that.
If only so others follow suit.
True that.
You humble me with your words, Your Honor.
And with that, let us resume this trial.
Ooh.
Prosecutor Luna, you may make your opening statement.
Alright, give me the deets.
Without hesitation, Your Honor.
Give me the beans.
Well, here we go. Time to set up the pieces and play the board.
Right, let's do this.
Today's proceedings shall center around the collapse of Wonderbolt reservist Streamline.
Music.
The fault of such a collapse lies at the hooves of Rainbow Dash, another Wonderbolt reservist.
Boom!
She was cleared for murder ages ago! Give it up already!
Oh damn. Wait, huh?
What's the big idea?
Oh damn, they're already kind of on Rainbow Dash's side. That's actually an interesting angle to put on this, because like most of the really you don't really when you have an Ace Attorney thing that you're watching, usually most of the time everybody is against like the defendant. You know, they were just like, hey, this person that we're accusing of the murder, obviously that person or pony did the murder, you know, we gotta get this person or pony in jail. But now, like, they're actually kind of, like, defending Rainbow. They're like, hey, no, Rainbow did not do this, come on, shut up. So that brings an interesting spin on things, and it really is gonna contribute pretty interestingly to Luna's arc here, and, you know, it's pretty cool.
Your pony's got a problem with her or something?
Order in the court!
Oh yes, I would like a Diet Coke, 3 extra number 9s.
I didn't anticipate the reaction to be so fierce. I guess that's what you get for trying to pin a second case against a celebrity. Especially in her hometown, no less.
Ooh, the music's kind of
Not that
going.
Luna even looks a little fazed by it. I'm guessing she was expecting this.
Yeah, but you might be phased on the inside.
I will remind the gallery that they are not to interrupt our proceedings again. You will be escorted out if needed.
Boom!
Prosecutor Luna, you may continue.
Oh, this
Streamline
music.
collapsed during a mandatory training session at the Wonderbolt Academy on the 20th of February, or yesterday. On-site medical personnel, after evaluating her condition, escorted her to Cloudsdale General Hospital for treatment. The hospital administered a tox screen upon her admittance. The initial report, however, came back negative.
What's a tox? Oh, toxic. Oh my god.
It came back negative? Then why did the authorities suspect poisoning?
No tox screen has a 100% efficacy rate, Your Honor. There are other ways of demonstrating the presence of poisoning. That includes observing the victim's symptoms. The ones that Streamline exhibited, which will be brought up in testimony, match the symptoms of a certain poison. Given that, the prosecution feels...
Guys, what would you do if I was poisoned? What? Wait. What would you do?
It is appropriate to consider this an attempted poisoning. Further evidence indicates that only Rainbow Dash could have committed this crime.
I'm afraid the defense simply cannot take this as fact. You will need to prove without any doubt that Rainbow can be tied to the poisoning.
Nothing will be left to doubt, Miss Sonata. Of that, you can be most certain.
We'll see about that.
Now then, the prosecution calls its first witness, determined. The lead detective, to the stand.
Gotta respect it. Oh!
Whoa. And I thought gum.
It's the cloud guy! The great detective! The great detective! The great detective's great... Oh my god. I'm telling you again, this episode has taken it up a notch with the comedy. And I love it. They're getting... I don't know. To me, they're getting better with the comedy, and I love it.
She was the reigning champ of shabbiest detective.
Gumshoe. I love Gumshoe.
That's no ordinary detective, Mr. Wright.
Huh?
It's him.
That's Philo Reed, the head of the Equestrian Bureau of Investigation, and another member of the High Council.
He's a member of the... What? Huh? Damn. 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 How things have changed.
Seriously? This guy is part of the same group as Lockkeeper Equity? As well as the Equestrian Bureau.
How times have changed.
That's the organization that Private Eye mentioned. Which means...
Yes, that's his mentor.
Wait a second. Didn't Private Eye say it was called the Equestrian Bureau of Intelligence?
That he did.
You don't seem surprised.
This guy is a genius.
Well, for as level-headed as Private Eye is, he's not without his quirks. I often saw him confuse the names for certain departments during his time. I corrected him once, and he went bright red with embarrassment.
Yeah, there's no need to be embarrassed.
If only certain others were as self-conscious as he is.
I'm surprised he's here, given what Lawkeeper Equity alluded to at the end of the previous trial. I thought he was leading the investigation into Rarity's case. But judging by his lackluster appearance, he might be leading both that and this one. Still, I can't underestimate him.
Phone.
Not in the slightest. No pony becomes a living legend over empty feats after all. He may look tired, but I'll bet that his mind is as sharp as ever.
Witness, state your name and occupation.
Philo Reed.
Shut up, Philo Reed. We're gonna this is the end of the video. Yeah, that's right. You don't get to speak. Not in this video. We'll see you in the next video, though. I look forward to understanding your great testimony here, and I'm very excited to see more of you, Philo Reed. I miss you, Philo Reed. Bye.